Hey guys, me young Leo Akio here. Welcome to my channel, Automotive Fire and Sport channel. Today is October the 16th, 2016, and I am here showing you guys how I do an oil change on my 98 Eclipse here. After I rebuild, and now it's about time to flush the braking oil. I've been driving it for like a few, maybe 200 miles, even though the braking oil say I can drive up to 1,000 miles, but I'm not risking to do that. Some people would change it after 50 miles, or some people would change it after they started up for a few hours or so. Um, have it stall. I'm really going through inspection, and I really need to finish it up, like driving for 4 hours or having the engine idle for several hours for all the computer to come back on. But um, this is like an update on my 98 Eclipse here after I rebuild it. So it's gonna be a long video. I'm gonna go through with you guys, and if you have any other question, please do put down, jot down the comments, or and please leave appropriate comments only. Thank you. Um, I've seen like all kind of negative uh, comments and all kind of comments from kids and all that. So please just leave appropriate comments if you're an adult. And okay, so this video is basically showing you guys how I do an oil change, and how I get to this point right now, what I do with it so far, and what I need to do it after inspection, and during inspection and all that. So this is a good update video on my rebuild 98 Eclipse here. The vehicle after the engine rebuild is running strong. I guess I'll show you my other video, another video when I crank on the engine again. And as you can see my previous video, I've done that too. But I'm gonna do it again. I think whenever I really have the time um, to let you guys hear the engine and all that after like everything is almost done. I guess right now it's still going through inspection. It's just almost passed. The only thing it's not ready yet is the computer part. It needs to drive. This engine is strong, it's good and everything, but it still needs to drive for another, I don't know how many miles. It's depend on some cars it's different. Some cars they drive up to like 1,000 or 3,000 miles. I heard from a guy here after his rebuild engine, he had to drive up to 3,000 miles before the car is the memory of the car is coming back to the engine. So the computer chip in the inside, like the PCM, the computer chip on the car needs to reprogram, and it needs to rememory it. His memory needs to come back. So um, that's what it really needs to pass the state inspection, because when they put into their machine, the computer won't read it. It's not ready. Like the EGR is not ready. The air, gas and all that is not ready. So the computer won't pick up. So if it's not ready, the car's not complete, and the car's not complete, they can't inspect it. It's not a fail or a pass thing, but at that at this point it's just not complete. They can't do an inspection yet. So I guess but I still can have a license plate. I'm gonna have to in this situation, I'm gonna have to have the license plate 10 days and renew it, and keep going back to inspection, and keep if because the car really needs to pass inspection for it to have a license tag, a license plate, or a sticker for inspection. And right now it's going through that, trying to get um, the license plate. So I have like a 10-day temporary, and I have to keep coming back to pay $15 or so at the DMV to have the uh, the 10-day tag, and I have to keep on doing that until I pass the inspection. And they're willing to let people do that, so they can fix their car and get it inspect and pass it and get their license plates. But that's what I'm going through right now. So I hope this car engine is completely done after a few hundred miles or so. I've been driving like 200 miles so far. I know I've been driving a lot, but it don't seem enough for it to reprogram the memory. I mean, it's been like 200 miles or so after I rebuilt it, after I drive it, but I didn't drive it right. I was driving around town and cold driving. The engine needs to drive on a highway for a uh, certain amount of, of of miles and times. It needs to be it needs to be driving out the highway like 50 mile per hour for like 50 miles straight, non-stop, and hopefully it'll reprogram again. But who knows? My car right now, after that, my first inspection, I didn't really realize and notice about that, and I've been driving around after that. So who knows? I might pass inspection when I bring my car right now to the inspector, and the car computer might pick up right now already because I've been driving like 200 miles already. I know, like, not straight on the highway, but most of it is on the highway. So I haven't bring my car to the inspection the second time, but hopefully I'll pass it the next time I bring it. It was my first time and it wasn't just ready. It wasn't ready. So right now I think it's ready, and right now I just need to flush the braking oil and change me a new oil and all that. Check everything back on before I take it out for another ride. Which is now I might go to Atlanta or another city or so for a good vacation, driving it for a long time. That probably gonna um, reprogram the memory if I go out of state too. The engine is strong; it's ready to go anywhere. Really, I can just go across the sea over Cali or something. The engine can do that too. So, but that's it. That's about what I'm where it's at right now, guys. Um, so it just need to drive. It just need to ride out. That's what everybody else say. I ask a lot of people; they say the same thing. But let's see. So I need to flush the braking oil. It's been there for 200 miles now, and I know all the aluminum and the dirty stuff grind from the new engine boards and all that is gonna fall down the oil when I do an oil change. I'm change the oil filter too. I might do some like some of the parts are missing, cracking. I'm gonna change it, but I don't really like see this part right here. Um, there's a plastic piece that's falling out, and I got a new piece. I want to take this out and just replace a new plastic cover there, but I don't know if it's gonna restart it over my computer engine, gonna restart it again. um, and right now I know I'm parking it. I have to do some stuff like do some tune up, like changing all the belts, all the engine belt, the separate belt. I've been using the old belts, and uh, yeah, I know, right? Just testing, see if my engine is cranking up. So it's been cranking up, and I've been driving it with the old belts. So I'm gonna have to eventually gonna buy new belts after this. All the fluids are fine. Um, like I have to refuel the power steering once because it's been lower, but that's because I've been driving without checking. So last time I checked, it was low, and I just refill it. The cooling, sometimes it gets really hot, but my temperature is right at the middle, so it's not too hot. But only sometimes when I drive a lot, it rises down, it goes down a little bit. I have to refill it, but that's normal. Um, my brake and clutch fluids or it stays the same. Nothing changed, so I think the system is pretty good. At this point, I'm doing oil change, and I'm working on my exhaust system. I have to change three gasket. I find out I have to change three gasket on the exhaust system from the header to the back muffler. First, I thought it was two. gasket. Now I find out it needs three. I need to replace three exhaust gasket, but it's not so bad. I know I have to go down there and unbolt all the muffler again, and I hate to do that because I have to end up buying a new exhaust system like after this too. I was thinking about getting a new exhaust system um, like after, which I mean, I don't want to do it like before I inspect. What if I fail inspection, see, and the car is not inspected or so? I waste all the money, you know. So I'm gonna wait until I pass the really gonna pass the car inspection and get it drive on the road right. Then I'm gonna uh, get me. I'm gonna buy a new exhaust system and replace it. So it's gonna be in within a few months or so. Hopefully not too long. But I might wait 6 months or a year because I just changed the gasket. You know, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna keep on rising my car up, and you know, 'cause it takes a lot of time just to rise it up like this. Like I say, take a lot of time and courage. Um, it's, a, it's a lot of hard work. You know, if you really know why, if you do it, you'll know. Um, so I have to end up taking this exhaust cover out. I'm gonna have to end up putting a down. There's another cover down here. I have to end up putting that one to install that one while I'm working on my exhaust. And I have to uninstall, take down the down pipe right here to replace the gasket right there, and replace another gasket back here by the muffler. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I'm gonna replace that gasket right there. Where is it? See that? There it is. Yeah. So that's one gasket down here, and there's another gasket right in the middle by the cat. Right about right there. Yeah. I'm gonna replace that gasket there too. So it's three gasket total. While I'm down here, I'm doing an oil change, and there's something you need to know. My car has a little leaks from a mechanic that does on my engine before. He didn't do a good job, like I stated on my other videos. Um, he installed the oil pan, and he installed the oil pan gasket. He lied to me. He said he didn't put on any RTV. I found out he put gray RTV, and he didn't really do a good job because he put RTV not all the way around. I guess I'm gonna have to flush it and drain it down and take out the oil pan gasket to really find out his work. But he told me he didn't put any RTV. I said I saw gray RTV, and he didn't put any anaerobic sealing, which is the red sealing around under the oil pump, which no one really knows about that. Unless you're really good, then you'll know you should do that. He didn't do that, and I have already installed it on my mud guards, as you can see right here. So all the oil been dropping down. It's been leaking down here. So I have to fill up uh, a bottle of oil every day or two. So I mean, I find out, you know, it's dripping maybe one drop a second, but that seems a lot because one bottle 2 days, that's a lot to me, for me. So the oil is leaking from. Let's see if I can show you guys a good view where the oil is leaking. Uh, see, before I didn't see any oil around the oil filter. Now I do see it, and it goes and it's like leaking all the way around the uh, the oil pan gasket, but mainly it's leaking from here. And I thought it's like a oil pump problem, but I really went down and looked while the engine is cranking, and I see the oil coming from right there, and it's looked like it's coming out from the oil pan. Um, but I saw it when I cranked it up and went down here and looked, which I'm gonna have to do it again before I I pull this oil pan down, but it makes me curious, and I thought it's the oil pump, but really the oil content it started from here. It dripped down from here, so I think it's from this gap right here, the oil pan gap, uh, where the oil pan gaps meets the oil pump right here. So I know for sure he didn't put any red anaerobic sealing around this oil pump area right here, you know. So I saw some oil around here too, but it's not from, it's from the oil pan. So I'm gonna have to clean it up a little bit. Looks like that's about it. And of course, changing uh, all my separate belts and clean this area, because like oil just flies down here and this whole area right there. Uh, it makes me think of other problem, but really it's just that oil leaks from the oil pan, like that giving all that problem. So um, so right now I'm getting out here, and I'm gonna start taking out my mud guard, because I need to take out this mud guard to really look through the oil pan and, you know, on the timing size. I just put it back on like a couple of days ago to go through inspection, but I found out, you know, I didn't really need this to go through inspection. They don't really care. It took me hours, took me like hours the whole night to really install all the mud guard on from the front, both side front and the back. You know, the back wasn't that much bolts to mount the mud guard, but the front was like 13, 14 bolts are all around the mud guards. So it took me like a whole night to do that, but I know it shouldn't, right? We need to clean all this over here. That's all this contaminated oil falling out from that oil pan. But it's yeah, that this job really needs to be done like now. Um, So take out my tires, spray some lubricant or anti-rust on the bolts, on the lug nuts before I take it out. Uh, that's about it. I can tell and show you guys about my 98 Eclipse rebuild so far. And I'm gonna have to redo the front body kit soon. Like when I buy the welder, the welding machine, I have to redo it again. But I won't do it until I pass inspection. Really gonna pass inspection, because my insurance right now, they looking to inspect my car too. So I don't know how it goes. It is a salvage rebuild car, so they might give me a problem, and they might not. If worse than worse, I can just get liability, not collision included or comprehensive. I'm working on getting comprehensive, but I don't know. They want to inspect it, so I don't know how it goes. They might fail it. They might say, you know, this car is not ready for comprehensive or collision. Have to go back down to liability. But who knows? Who cares? Anyway, I don't care anyway, because it's an old car. It's not like a brand new car or anything. So with comprehensive will be better. If like a tree fall down or hit a deer or something, they'll cover it. I just pay the deductible. But without it, I'm okay with it. Just gotta drive really careful. Um, but that's about it right now, guys. This is the update of my 98 Eclipse while I am flushing out the braking oil, um, installing new oil with the oil pan, putting new gasket on the oil pan, and I'm just gonna drive another 1,000 miles after this and then change it. This is how it goes, okay? Right now it has braking oil already, which is, you know, done after this. Then I'm gonna, like, after this oil change, I'm putting right here after this is the regular premium, either conventional oil. I'm gonna put conventional oil on here first on this first oil change. Then I'll go to super mobile, which is premium, after 1,000 miles or so, And then after that, I'll switch over to um, maybe synthetic or synthetic M soy oil. You know, that'll be like that'll be the third oil change, which is within 3,000 miles. I'll have synthetic oil into my engine. Because right now my transmission oil is synthetic too. I'm using M soy transmission synchromass. If you see my other videos, what I'm putting on it. But the transmission has synthetic oil, so I'm obviously gonna have to end up with synthetic engine oil within the next 2 oil change or 3 oil change. Who knows? Depending on my budget and all that too. But I am going to go up to synthetic, changing the engine oil to synthetic. Lastly, so let's see what else. I want to let you guys know why I'm here with this updated video on my 98 rebuild Eclipse. Uh, guess that should be it, guys, for now. So I'll see you guys on my next video after all this work's done, or while I'm doing the work. I can mention it out. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to change the spark plug too. I put old spark plug on there, which was still okay. That's why I put it on to test the engine. Now I really need to change the spark plug out and check on it, see if there's some oil, spilling out. If it does, uh, the mechanic didn't do a good job on installing the spark plug seals and um, the valve cover gasket. They didn't do a good job. If I see some oil up on the spark plug gaps and all that, so it's kind of you know do a tune up right now. And I'm gonna pour in a bottle of that gasoline additive after this rebuild too. So, and then get it on the road. Give me another 10 day. Go to the DMV. Give me another 10 day. Pay me another 10 day to drive it. And I already have insurance on it. It's been on for a month. It's gonna be on for a month, so I'm gonna have like a week not driving this. Um, but less drive, less gas. That's it, guys. uh, all right. Well, gonna come back working on my 98 Eclipse here. Get it back on the road too by next week. Because if I do have work, and then winter is coming up too, so it needs to be driving out the road. Uh, all right, guys. So that's it for this video, and see you in my next video. It's me, Young Liu Akil, is signing off for now. Please thumb up, likes, subscribe my channel, and please leave appropriate comments. Thank you. Bye, guys. Have a great day. See ya, low rider.